moving to Spain sounds like a dream come true. Sun, culture, and that laid-back Mediterranean lifestyle draw thousands of expats every year. But what most people don't talk about before you pack your bags is the reality of Spanish banks and tax systems. It's a world apart from what many are used to, and the sooner you understand it, the smoother your life in Spain will be. Welcome back to the Mundo channel, where we help high-net-worth individuals protect their assets, secure multiple citizenships, and legally minimize taxes. Visit www.libertymundo.com and get in touch for personalized strategies. Imagine walking into your first Spanish bank appointment, expecting efficiency, maybe some helpful advice, and instead finding a whole new approach to banking. In Spain, working at a bank isn't seen as a high-flying career. Many bank jobs are passed along through personal connections, and with salaries close to the minimum wage, staff motivation tends to be low. As a result, service can often feel like an afterthought, and the process may seem more about the staff's job security than about helping you. If you're not from the EU, the confusion deepens. Most staff are trained to serve local clients only, and lack the experience to handle international needs. Even branch directors sometimes misunderstand or misplace essential documents, adding to your frustration. This inefficiency isn't just about who works there, but how the system as a whole operates. The banks gather mountains of paperwork, partly to comply with anti-money laundering laws, but a lot of it ends up sitting in digital storage, largely ignored unless authorities ask for it. Most large transactions are reported automatically to the tax office, but otherwise your documents just gather dust. This leaves many expats with the false sense that handing over paperwork to the bank equals tax compliance. It absolutely does not. Spanish tax residency is a whole different world and perhaps the easiest place to stumble. According to Spanish law, if you're physically present in the country for more than 183 days a year, you become a tax resident, plain and simple. Even some local accountants don't fully understand this rule, especially when it comes to people moving from abroad. If your situation is even a little bit international or complex, you'll find that most local experts simply aren't prepared to give you the right advice. Here's where it's tempting to think a lawyer can help, but most lawyers in Spain aren't specialized in accounting or international tax. Accountants handle numbers, tax advisors handle your relationship with the tax office, and only in very complex or high net worth situations do you need a fiscal lawyer. In Spain, and across much of Southern Europe, tax enforcement moves slowly, but remembers everything. For most infractions, there's a 4-year prescription window, but if you never file a required form, like the notorious Model 720 for foreign assets, the problems never expire. Model 720 is a crucial piece of your Spanish financial puzzle. If you have over 50,000 euros in assets abroad, you must declare them. Failing to do so can trigger fines of 40,000 euros or more. When filed correctly, this declaration costs very little and sets the baseline values for your assets, which can make future sales a lot less painful, especially if the euro gains ground against your home currency. It's important to understand how Spanish tax authorities work. They're in no rush to catch you. They'd rather watch, let mistakes accumulate, and come for you when the penalties have piled up. Phone records, automatic bank reporting, and international information exchanges mean nothing is ever really private. And if you ever get caught misrepresenting your situation, not only do you face penalties, but doors start closing quickly. Residency applications are denied, banks stop working with you, and accountants won't take you on as a client. There's a common story among expats. Someone claims they never filed any declarations, and nothing happened. But Spanish bureaucracy is slow, patient, and meticulous. What gets ignored today can become tomorrow's life-changing nightmare. Playing games with multiple passports, or giving different versions of your story to the bank and the tax office, is a guaranteed way to end up in hot water. Even your mobile phone records can prove you spent more time in Spain than you admit, and mortgage applications can uncover undisclosed income. Spain is part of global tax information sharing agreements. Banking secrecy is long gone. If you haven't disclosed assets or income, especially in light of recent political events, expect the gaps to be found out sooner or later. Inheritance is especially fraught. When someone dies, their assets get reviewed. And if you didn't declare everything, the penalties get passed on to your family. Heirs inherit tax problems alongside your assets, an unnecessary burden during an already difficult time. The good news is you do have a clear path forward. The most successful expats in Spain are the ones who accept the system instead of trying to fight it. That means counting your days accurately, filing your declarations on time, and choosing professional advisors with real expertise in international tax issues. Saving money by using the cheapest advisors usually costs far more later in penalties and back taxes. Interview several professionals, ask them about double taxation treaties and Model 720, and never accept guaranteed shortcuts. Get your documentation right from day one and keep physical and digital copies of everything you file. Living well in Spain means embracing the rules as the price of admission for a lifestyle that truly is world-class. Comply, and you'll soon find that the initial frustrations fade away, the tax process becomes manageable, and you can start enjoying all the incredible aspects of Spanish life: beaches, food, history, and the weather, without the stress of looming tax issues. At the end of the day, the Spanish system exists as it does for a reason. It might not adapt to you, but those willing to adapt to it are rewarded with fewer problems and more peace of mind. The pain of a big fine or a frozen bank account disappears for those who plan ahead. It's all about preparing, documenting, and above all, playing by the rules. If you want to reduce your taxes to single digits, make your assets impossible for anyone to touch, and gain more freedom with second citizenships, get in touch with Liberty Mundo and book a consultation call. We will help you develop a complete blueprint to organize your life to safeguard your wealth and your freedom. Follow the link in the description for more details. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.